Hi, I'm Mark, and today I'm going to bring you a review of the FitBit Surge Super Watch cum fitness tracker. My Surge arrived about 2 weeks ago, and I've used it pretty much solidly ever since, only taking it off for a shower and to charge it. And so this review should give you a feel of what it's like to use on a daily basis. I'm going to break this review down into a few different sections just to give you a feel for the overall device, and hopefully it won't be a huge long review like some of the others out there, but it'll be concise and let you know what you want to know about the device. First, the technical stuff and the hardware in the FitBit Surge. The Surge comes with lots of sensors. It has built-in GPS, 3-axis accelerometers, 3-axis gyroscope, a digital compass, optical heart rate monitor, altimeter, ambient light sensor and vibration monitor. It also has Bluetooth 4 built in, can operate in temperatures -4 to 113 degrees Fahrenheit and is water resistant up to 5 atmospheres. In my opinion, the water resistant feature is really worth having because it means if you're out running in the rain, taking part in a very sweaty workout, or you splash it while you're washing up, you don't have to worry about it. Fitbit don't recommend that you take it swimming or into the shower, but some of the other online reviews that you can see on YouTube suggest that it can survive the odd accidental shower. Fitbit claim that the Surge has a 5-day battery life, and whilst I was using it I found that this was pretty accurate, although in all honesty it depends how much you use the device. If you use it to track a lot of workouts with GPS, and if you use classic Bluetooth to control your music, it does drain the battery quicker. What I did to save battery life was switch off the Bluetooth Classic when I didn't want to use the Surge to control my music. Switching off the Bluetooth Classic doesn't affect syncing and your notifications. Fitbit also say that it takes 1 to 2 hours to charge the Surge via USB. And I found that mine took normally about an hour to charge, which I was pretty happy with because it meant I could pop it on again as soon as possible. Next up with my Surge review, the design of the Surge itself. The main criticism I read about the Surge when I was trying to decide which fitness tracker was right for me was about the size of the device. And to be fair, it isn't the smallest device in the world. However, my only criticism of the size is the thickness, which means if you wear shirts with long sleeves, it can be a little bit fiddly and does snag a bit. However, I wear a lot of jumpers and hoodies and I didn't really find this to be a problem. I do, however, think the chunky design makes it more appealing to the male market for daily use. All that being said, I personally quite like the design. The strap looks good and it feels really comfortable and very secure, and overall, the Surge, in my opinion, has a nice design about it. The actual device has 3 buttons. The left-hand button acts as a main control button, and the 2 buttons on the right-hand side of the device allow you to control and choose various functions, which I'll come on to. The screen is a 20.88mm by 24.36mm screen, which is really clear to read in all kinds of lighting and has a variety of clock faces you can choose from using the smartphone app. The screen is also touchscreen, and I found it to be really responsive and smooth, even during a sweaty workout. Next up, the interface. The interface on Surge is pretty simple to use. On the main screen you just scroll left or right to display the time and date, your step counter for the day, your heart rate, distance travelled, calories burned and floors climbed. There isn't an automatic revert back to time function, which means you do have to scroll back to the screen you want to keep on the device, but this does mean if you want to continuously monitor your heart rate or your steps, you can just keep that screen on the display. If you double tap the display when it's dark, the backlight comes on as well. If you double tap the left hand button, you can see the screen for controlling your music if you've got Bluetooth Classic on and paired with your phone. I use this function during my workouts with my iPhone, and I found it was a really useful feature to have, although it does only allow you to go onto the next track and to play or pause the song. If you press the left hand button once, you're given the main menu, which allows you to choose an activity type to do, browse your alarms, which you can set via the smartphone app, and view the settings menu. The run option gives you several choices. You can choose free run, which uses GPS, a treadmill run, or a lap run. The exercise option lets you choose hike, which also uses GPS, weights, elliptical, which you might know as a cross trainer, spinning, yoga and workout. Via the smartphone app, you can also add additional exercise shortcuts, including walk and spinning. I'd imagine as time goes on, we'll probably see more exercises added to this. When you're actively taking part in these activities, the main screen displays the time that you've been doing this activity for and allows you to pause and finish using the buttons on the right-hand side of the Surge. You can also scroll across the bottom of the screen to display different data such as heart rate, time and steps. The interface on the Surge also allows you to view calls coming in and text messages, although you can't respond to them. I did find, however, that just being able to read messages on the Surge is a nice feature to have, although it doesn't cope too well with really long messages. Next up, the technology in the Surge. When I was reading into the Surge, the heart rate sensor was a real selling point for me. but also one that people seem to disagree on the accuracy of. Now, Fitbit recommend that you wear the watch tighter and slightly higher up your wrist during exercise for more accurate readings. I don't own a chest strap, so I couldn't compare the readings of my heart with something like that, but when I was on a treadmill at the gym, I tried the hand sensors on the treadmill several times throughout my run, and they seemed to match the heart rate reading from a FitBit Surge. I also found the other sensors like stair climbing and steps seemed to accurately reflect how active I've been throughout the day. Although it took me a while to catch on that it only counts when you climb upstairs and not downstairs. Finally, the smartphone app and the web-based interface. As I said earlier on, I use an iPhone, and so I've been using the iPhone app from Fitbit alongside my Surge, and I found that it's a really good app to have. The app is really simple to use, and it colour coordinates how close you are to your goals. You can track your sleep, it allows you to keep track of your food and water intake, and track exercise as well. From the app, you can also set things like alarms, clock faces, and other settings on your Fitbit Surge. This all works seamlessly for me. You also update your Surge via the app. My only real problem with the app was that if you wanted to track food, the options are pretty limited, but you can, however, import data from other apps like MyFitnessPal, which is what I've been doing. You also have the option within the app to take on challenges and taunt, cheer on and message your friends you have who use Fitbit as well. If you go online to fitbit.com, you can also access your web-based dashboard, and I found this to be really useful, especially if you wanted to get to grips a little bit more with your data. Online you can view more detailed graphs of your heart rate during particular workouts or your sleep patterns. You can also potentially pay to sign up for their premium service, but I found the free version had all I need. It also gives you the option to download your data if you wanted to add it to a program like Excel and get very geeky with all of your data. Overall, I think the Fitbit Surge is a fantastic device. Whilst at £199 it's a bit on the pricier side of fitness trackers, I think the features that it packs in makes it worth it, even on top of the cheaper Fitbit Charge HR, which is priced at £120. My only real criticism of the Surge, having used it for a couple of weeks, is the thickness of it. But other than that, I will give it a 9 out of 10, and I think it's a great piece of kit. I hope you found this review helpful. Don't forget to like this video if you've enjoyed it and found it helpful. Comment if you want to know anything else about the device, and I'll try and answer your questions, and please subscribe to my channel. I'll see you again soon.